Back to those awful wildfires impacting the Texas Panhandle tonight. Even after days of nonstop fighting, crews are getting ready for what could be a weekend making things worse. Why? The wind, the dry conditions. Those are returning just days after fueling the worst blaze in our state's history.
We've been watching it all. We're going to begin our team coverage on this Friday with Jason Allen live in Stinnett, Texas right now. So understand you spoke with the son of one of the women who died in the fires this week. It's kind of hard from this end to wrap our minds around that kind of conversation.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, Doug, and this is where that happened. This wreckage behind me, this is the home where Joyce Blankenship lived for years, and it's where fire overran this home on Tuesday while she was inside. And her son told me that he tried to get here, but the fire had already crossed the highway nearby, and he couldn't make it.
Looking at the situation now, with as fast as that fire was moving, it probably would have gotten me also. Where the fire was, she just didn't have anywhere to go. Even if she'd have gotten out of the house, there was no place to go. So
Paul Blankenship told us it was unlikely his mother would have heard anybody warning her here that day. He tried to call her while he was rushing over, but he wasn't able to get her on the phone, and he only had minutes to respond. This was after he saw a post on Facebook that the fire was close to town. The Forest Service director for the state and the state emergency management director today stressed that awareness of conditions is paramount. They essentially said that they are warning people now for tomorrow. Chief Nim Kidd said very plainly, tomorrow will be bad. There are not containment lines around these burn areas with as big as these fires are. That is hundreds of miles. So Doug and Nicole, although you do not see active fire out here right now today, the wind and the dry air, that could cause things to really spark up at any time here in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, that's so important to note. And to hear those stories about lives being lost, it just puts a lump in your throat. And then you see the devastation. We can see all the homes destroyed. Did we hear from the governor about how likely getting some federal help for this disaster would be?
We did, Nicole, but it really isn't clear yet if that's going to happen. So the governor talked a little bit about that. There is a minimum amount of damage that they've got to reach for public assistance from FEMA to come into play. That's $54 million. That's a lot of money. A lot of these homes that burned, they were not high value. A lot of the livestock that were lost in the fields, those do not count toward that total. So it will be something that they will be working on over the next weeks and months to see if it gets to that point where federal assistance will play a part in this.
It's literally destruction everywhere you turn, so we're thinking about everyone down there. Jason Allen in Stinnett, we appreciate the update.
So Jason just mentions the livestock is not going to count toward any kind of federal assistance. That makes the story we're going to share next with you much more important. North Texans collectively now getting to work, hard at work, in fact, to help cattle ranchers and farmers out in the Northwest. Amelia Magavro continuing our team coverage. So efforts going on right now in North Texas today to help those who are struggling. And on that note.
Yep, that's right, Doug. We all know that the agriculture community here in Texas, it's one big family. So one example of that is here at Russell Food and Supply Store in Benbrook. They're actively trying to donate thousands of these bags of food and supplies to those ranchers out on the Panhandle to help those ranchers feed any of the remaining cattle and livestock they have left.
The Russell family is a ranching family, owning nearly a dozen feed and supply stores in Tarrant County. So when CFO Megan Russell heard about the West Texas wildfires, it hit home.
Yeah, a lot of the ranches up there are generational. They've been in families for, hundreds of years, and to have it just scorched is pretty devastating.
Thousands of cattle and animals already killed from the fires or burned so badly they will have to be euthanized. Morgan Broom is one of the founders of the nonprofit Ranchers Navy, which has already sent nearly 40 trucks to the Panhandle and sending more this weekend.
When ranch land burns, that land won't grow again for another year. So that livestock will need to be fed for not just this weekend, not just this week. We will need to support that community for 6 months, a year.
There are more cattle in Texas than anywhere else. The Panhandle holds over 80% of those cows.
Plus, all 11 Russell Feed and Supply stores are allowing customers to buy bags of food to donate. And will pack alfalfa in feed cubes to send to the Panhandle early next week.
See, just the instant response it just restores your faith in humanity, I think. And this is what makes Texas so great, and the agricultural industry so great, is whenever our neighbor needs us, we always step up.
So again, the big question is, how can other Texans help out the ranchers out there? And so the first is you can come here to Russell Food and Supply. You can make that monetary donation, and then they will donate those supplies. Also, Ranchers Navy, they have a list of links on their website. They not only have physical drop-off locations across the state, but then they also have those links and those funds where you can donate money as well, and then they will get those supplies that are needed for those ranchers. So great groups of people here out in the state of Texas. So I'll have all those links you need to donate inside the story on CBSNewsTexas.com. Live in Benbrook, Amelia McGavro, CBS News Texas.
Texans doing what Texans do. Amelia, thanks.